Welcome to the Midnight Lounge, hosted by your main man, Uncle Freezy. Sit back and relax, unwind, enjoy the midnight conversation. Usually, we'll be joined by any and many of my friends who come in and help set the vibe, all for you. Again, welcome to the Midnight Lounge. Let's start the show. All right, all right. What's good, party people? Party people in the place to be. What's good? Um, Welcome to the Midnight Lounge. Again, I'm Uncle Freezy. I'm joined by the R&B sensation DSJ,
The next
and
one. Oh, wrong show. Sorry about that.
you're going to talk about Tom Thibodeau's rotations. Then,
I was just there. I was just there. Quentin Grounds is up. Next day
yeah,
conversation, please.
yeah, man. So our conversation for tonight, everybody, is date night, the do's and don'ts. Right? Date night, the do's and don'ts. So we're gonna give you some pointers on what to do, where to do it, what's appropriate, and what might be a little bit too far. But before we get started, I'd like to um start with a quote by the great American and as soon as I did that, my internet started acting up, man. So I apologize. But I'm going to start with a quote by the great American poets In Touch. And they said, and this is in reference to date night, put on my best. Can't believe that she said yes. If she's impressed, this could be the start of my happiness because she's so fly, intelligent, and she don't get high. Lord, you should see her thighs. It's enough to make a grown man cry. Shout out to In Touch. Shout out to In
Cue the
Touch.
Korean baby. Wah!
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, man. Every time I think about date night, that's my date night song, by the way. Too hype, put on my best. I can't believe that she said yes. That's my joint right there. DSJ, you have a what's the vibe for you before we get into the do's and don'ts? What's the vibe for you when it's date night? Whether it's if you're married, if you're single, if you're in a place what's your vibe when it comes to date night?
So, I love the mellow sounds of as weird as it sounds, right? Let's Stay Home Tonight by Joe.
Mm,
I like the melody, the smooth, relaxed vibe of it.
right,
It's a mid tempo joint, but again, it's date worthy in terms of getting ready. You
right,
know, um, something where you could chill.
right,
Um, you could do whatever you need to do as far as if it's a come over date, like maybe you're having a dinner date and somebody's coming over,
right,
having that playing in your system or whatever.
right,
It's just chill, relaxed music. Um, if you're stepping out, everybody kind of has a soundtrack to like a smooth soundtrack, as I call
right,
it.
right,
I'm gonna get fresh. I'm gonna put on the best cologne.
right,
um I'm gonna find the dopest outfit to wear. I'm gonna
right,
lay it out. I'm gonna get, what I'm saying, all the stuff ready. You need a soundtrack in order to do this, and I
right,
feel like that could be one of those songs. um Another one is You Know That I Love You by Donnell Jones.
Okay. Okay.
So as you can see, like I like the mid tempo, the groovy vibes, when I'm getting ready to go out, or when it's date night.
Right. You know what song that's really slept on in my playlist, and not to make everything about music, but music is the soundtrack of our lives. But not to make
Absolutely.
everything about music, but there's a song that's on the Boomerang soundtrack, right? And you guys will know it from when Robin Givens is grinding on Eddie Murphy in the bed. It's a song by Kenny Vaughn
Oh
when they're
yeah,
like,
feels like heaven.
yes, that's my joint on date night, bro. Like say for instance, say I give you an example. So Mo and I are doing a date on Christmas Eve, right? So
Okay.
Sunday night, Mo and I are doing a Christmas Eve date, right? So our little thing all this week is like, you're not gonna outdress me, right? You know what I'm saying? It's our thing. Like she like, yo, she like, yo, I'm gonna have you so jealous on Christmas Eve night. I'ma turn every head in South Carolina, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. And she's like, okay, the package is on its way. The package is gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? Such and such day. And I'm thinking, she really think that I'm not gonna get Superfly? Is she bugging? Does she know? She has no idea that I'm stepping out in a winter white outfit. She don't know that yet, right?
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? I'm stepping out in winter white. I'm wearing winter white and periwinkle. She don't even know that. You know what I'm saying?
Don't hurt him, Unc.
And so for me, the vibe is right. It's like the vibe gonna be right. We'll probably get. I'll probably get real my last real commission check for the year Thursday. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rubbing my hands together for that. I'm excited about that. I know the one that I get the week after that ain't gonna be nothing because I ain't did nothing because I work by commission. You know what I'm saying? So I know it ain't gonna be hardly nothing about nothing. So I got that going on. You know what I'm saying? I've been looking at TikTok for some fake fragrances. I don't know if I'm gonna order something and have it sent like overnight, or if I'm just gonna go to the one that have what I'm saying, the one that have them tingling. Like, oh, somebody in here smell good. That one, the old trusted one. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Delano is a fragrance connoisseur, so yes, this is a conversation up my alley.
yeah, yeah, and so with me so my whole goal is to be the flyest man in South Carolina on Christmas Eve. I'm not overly doing it, right? I'm not gonna overdo it, right? Like I'm not putting on a three-piece suit or nothing. But in case y'all don't know, the R&B turtleneck will be in effect. You know what I'm saying? So your man's is I'm I'm debating whether to throw on a periwinkle satin shirt, you know what I'm saying, or to throw on the R&B the periwinkle turtleneck R&B periwinkle turtleneck. And I'm talking about the big one. I'm talking about the big flip over. You know what I'm saying? That's the one I got, right? Think like $115, bro, for a turtleneck, right? But
Oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be fly though. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. DSA, when it come to date night, bro, I take that shit serious, bro.
Nah, that's
I take
always the vibe. Yeah, I think for me, I think monochromatic is always a dope look anyway. So I mean, for me personally, doing an all white, all black, all navy, um, those color schemes always seem to win out for me personally.
right.
In terms of just that fresh, that fly. Um, it depends on how you can pull off like fall colorways as well.
Yeah.
Um, but those are yeah, I'm kind of yeah. I like the vibe. I like the all white. You know what I'm saying? I love to see how that outfit comes across, and of
So
course
it's
for me,
not
I think
white though. It's not Christmas white though. It's winter white.
yeah,
So it's almost like an eggshell.
right. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
but that's always again. That's I think that's always that's like what I'm saying again. That's a fly that is underrated to some degree. I think that monochromatic just is such a wavy look.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I like the whole date thing, and so for those of y'all watching, that's just us. But what I'm gonna do is try to not. I'm gonna give some generic advice, and I'm gonna ask DSJ to help me. But then I'm also gonna give like some personalized stuff, right? And then just some style etiquette, some etiquette things. And I'm hoping DSJ will jump in and save us if we go too far or push us if we're not going far enough. You ready, boss?
Yeah, and listen, I got the wheelbarrow ready.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay. So the first thing is the date confirmation. How do you go about confirming your date? Do you generally just send a text like, "Hey, just type up something like, you know, um what are you doing Friday night, I got a shipment in. I got some Alaskan king crab legs coming in. You want to come over, or is it, hey, I've been thinking about you for such a long time, and I don't want to be too forward, but I want to see if you would consider coming over and hanging out with me for a little while. So what's your vibe like? How are you, or if you're married, do you just say, "Hey, man, just put something on"?
I'm very direct, right? But
Right,
I
right,
also like to be um I like to be at least considerate of the situation, right? So I mean, I think no matter what your situation is and your status, whether you're just meeting somebody, whether you're in a relationship or you're married, I think you always want to have some level of romanticism with the way you get things across. Um,
right,
I think women, um, I think you have to understand, like, okay, so understanding the vibes of a conversation or anything dealing with a woman, she'll let you know that she's craving a date or that what I'm saying. Because
right,
what you don't want to do is sit here and set yourself up for failure. Like, yeah, you know what, I'm about to plan this date. I know that what I'm saying Friday nights. What I'm saying she's really not doing anything, but you find out that the reason she doesn't do anything is because she's dead tired from the long work week,
right,
and so you plan something for Friday, and all she wants to do is curl in the bed and go to sleep,
right, right.
right? So what I like to do is Friday nights I try to avoid those as much as possible.
Okay,
Saturdays, on the other hand, I think that's the every I think that's the everyday night, everyday date of day. So I think like Saturday is always the one day where no matter what, you just set the mood for everything from the very beginning, right? So I think maybe Friday what you do is set it up. So
right.
listen, I'm looking forward to spending some time with you. I'd like to, what I'm saying, take you out somewhere, whatever the case may be. Want to know what your availability is. At that point, because again, it feels like a business deal, but you want it to feel like, again, you're considerate of the circumstance,
Right,
right? Um,
right,
and maybe, depending on who you're dealing with, you can get that across earlier in the week.
right,
Hey, I was thinking about you and wanted to see if we could kick it, spend some time, and want to know when you were free, if Saturday, if you're available, and maybe what you do is you throw a time out there to see if she is available, but maybe not at that specific time. So maybe if you say something like 7 o'clock, maybe she says, "Well, let's do 8 instead,"
Right.
right? Then you kind of put the ball in her court a little bit to help make some decisions without making it seem like you're just asking her to leave, you know?
Right. Right. Right.
So I like the idea of, again, just letting her know, hey, I was thinking about you and I wanted to know what you were doing this specific day. And if you know what I'm saying, what time is the best time?
Right. Right. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt. I think that the date confirmation thing is twofold, man. Like I think I'm more in lines of asking for the date on the telephone and confirming with a text message. You know what I'm saying? I think
That's a
that
good
might be
play
my
too. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's my vibe. I think that's what I'm comfortable with. But at the same time, um, so it's gonna sound crazy, but I hadn't dated during the text message era. I've been with the same lady for so long that you know what I'm saying we were married before text messages were even a thing, right? But with
Right.
that said though, even with us still, you know what I'm saying, it's more what's the word I'm looking for? Um I guess it's easier for me to confirm with somebody I already know and I'm familiar with. But now with that said, I still treat her as if she's my even I think the reason why we get along so well is because even though we're married, I still treat her like she's my lady and
Yeah.
not my legal partner. You know what I'm saying? And and
Right.
and and, and so but yeah, once we get past that part though, like the confirmation and everything, what's your next step? Once after you confirm, what do you do next?
Um. Well, I think that depends on where we're going. So if it's a movie night, um, confirm the times in between um, the time that she suggested to see what movies that she's interested in that's available.
Okay.
Also, I'm very much a traditionalist in the dinner and the movie thing. So
Okay.
um, what I would like to do is do the whole. And see, I think it's kind of in reverse for me. I think the movie before the dinner is always dope because it gives you another layer of conversation
Right.
once the movie's over.
Right.
So I do movie and dinner. Um, and
But that is that for somebody you're familiar with or not familiar with?
no, I think that's for somebody I'm not familiar with. Um,
Okay.
in terms of with somebody I'm familiar with, um, I think I think it just depends on. For one, it depends on the season, right? Because I feel like the fair sometimes can be a dope date. Like if you do a fair and then like a dinner.
Right.
Um, I just feel like again, the dinner and the movie is such a traditional standpoint that it's almost like a never fail. Like
Let
you
me
get the
hey, can I interject something right there?
yeah, sure.
I think the thing I think the fair um is one of those things where you got to be kind of careful, right?
Yeah,
Um Not that money has anything to do with anything, right? We because if you take somebody on a date, you already know what your limits are, and you're probably prepared anyway.
right.
But I've seen fair dates go horribly wrong. I've
Really?
part of fair dates that have gone horribly wrong, and for little stuff, right? Like I'll give an example. I went on a double date, me and my cousin. This was like 35 years ago, maybe. Yeah, about 35 years ago or so. I think we weren't even old enough to drink yet. So it's probably like 35 years ago, right? We take these two ladies. They was fine, boy. They were, I mean, so he met the ladies. They played for this college basketball team, right? I mean, it was fine. They was in great shape. They were energetic. They were talkative. They were fraternity. They were part of a sorority. They everything, bro. Everything perfect. We took them out on a date. Once we got to the fair, what we found out is so here's the thing. I had already been on a date to the fair, right? And my uncle was like, "Hey, take a trash bag and put it in your pocket." And I'm like, I ain't taking no fuck. Oh, what the fuck? uh, why am I taking a trash bag to the fair, boss? And he like, trust me, you gonna know. You gonna know. You gonna know why you need that trash bag when you go to the fair. And so I leave the house without the trash bag, right? And they're like, no, hey, you forgot something. So they give me the trash bag, and I take the trash bag and I throw it in the back seat. I'm like, what is going on? And so what happens is we get to the fair, and this girl I'm with is a girl I already know. I take her to the fair, and they have all these games and bells and whistles and rides and all this stuff. And what I didn't take into account is when you go to the fair, bro, you might accumulate a lot of stuff. And so
Yep.
they have this game where the basketball rim is like 15 feet in the air, and if you win, you get this big lime green teddy bear with "I love you" on it. The bear is the teddy bear is holding a heart with "I love you" on it, and
Yeah.
and the dude is like, "Yo, my man, you wanna win a bear for your lady?" And I'm like, "Nah." He like, "Nah, not you. I'm talking to the athletes, the dudes behind you." I'm like, "What?"
Oh man,
I'm like, "What?" And the girl that's with me, she laughed. She thought that was funny, right?
he
And
got you.
so and so I'm watching them dudes. I'm like, "I'm better than them." She like, "But he wasn't talking to you. He's talking to the athletes."
Oh man, he got you.
Yeah, he played me in front of this lady. It's a date. I think it was like a Thursday night, right? It was like one of those awkward date nights. Like it's like a
Okay.
Thursday night, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of lit, but it's kind of not. You know how it's kind of exciting, but it's a small lit crowd. Let me put it like that. Like it's not
Yeah.
like the Saturday night crowd, but it's still lit.
Right.
Man, DSJ, the game costs, I think you get 3 shots for $5, right? Man, I spent $30 trying to win her that beer.
And trying to prove that you was an athlete.
Yes, yes. And
Oh, he
so
got you.
yeah, so I spent $30, but I won her the bear, right? I won
Yeah.
her the bear. Now she is walking around with the bear, right? And then they have this game where you take these rings and you have to throw them on the top of these bottles, these Coca-Cola light bottles.
Yep.
And if you get the one further in the back, right, you win like this the wand, you wave it and it light up. It's like a laser
Yeah.
like thing. And on that one, I won on the first try. So my confidence is up. And then I took the other 2 tries and I won her a small bear, right? And I'm like, here, hold this. Right now, she got the laser, a small bear, like a small regular size teddy bear, and a big lime green bear, right? And she's
Yeah.
like, I'm thirsty. We've been working. I'm thirsty. I want something to drink. So we go to the lemonade stand. We go lemonade stand. We in line. She like put the bear on the ground. I'm like, don't put that bear on the ground, man. It's wet. And then I remembered I had a trash bag in my pocket.
That trash bag. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So
OGs know. The
they
OGs
know,
know.
bro. They know, bro. They know. They know. They know. But anyway, what the reason why I wanted to stop you right there is because all dates are different, right? All dates are different. But you know what? Depending on the type of date you're on, where do you have to draw the line? Do you let your competitive side come out, or are you do you just play it cool? Like, oh,
Um,
girl, I tried. You know what I'm saying? If I really wanted
n-
the bear, I would have. You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
nah. Your competitive side gotta. It has to win out because what you want to do is always showcase that you're the catch. You're the winner all the time.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you gonna have to, you might have to spend the extra bread. But again, as you said, if you plan for it, it will always be, you know what I'm saying, a nice date. And you'll always walk out with that bear
Right.
that, you know what I'm saying, again, she can walk around with proudly because that's what that's her trophy.
Yeah,
That's her trophy about you. Like, you know what I'm saying, to showcase that, see, this is a good dude because look what he did for me.
yeah. And you know what my uncle told me? Like, I get home. I get home. I'm living with my aunties and uncles and everybody, my grandma and all of them. Right. It's like 1,000 of us in one house. Right. So I come home. Right. And the lady I'm with, she drove her car, dropped it off in the yard, whatever. We get back home. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and my uncle is outside smoking a cigarette. Actually, he was out there probably waiting on me being nosy. Right? He probably just wanted to, what I'm saying. I don't know if he had family members that are nosy like that, but
Of
um,
course.
so yeah, but so he sees me take the garbage bag out the trunk, right? Gary put it. He like, hey boy, that's my trash bag. so so I take all the teddy bears out, all of the fair winnings out of the bag and put it in her back seat, right? And take the bag and whatever. And she give me a hug or whatever, and that date goes good, right? But fast forward to the next year, with this in mind, I know we're taking out divas. You know, they're sorority, they're on the basketball team, they're popular around campus, they fine. You know what I'm saying? So I already know that this is going to be a competitive night, right? But I don't want it to be competitive, bro. I just want it to be cool, right?
Of course.
Because I want to get to know them. I don't want to be that guy that they had just a fun time with. I want to be that guy that they want to go out on another date with. You feel me? So what
Absolutely.
so what do you draw the line like when it in terms of dating, like especially first date? Especially
I,
first date.
I never double date.
Okay.
That's always going to be my caveat. I've done it once and I'll never do it again.
Okay. Okay.
So the reason I say that is because the entire time, yeah, you're trying to one up the other person.
Right.
Now me, I'm always, again, I'm a traditionalist, so everything that I do is from tradition.
Right.
Opening the door for a lady, complimenting the
Right.
lady, um, making sure that you reach for your wallet. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
those are incremental, I think, fundamentals on dating. Period.
Right.
So the person that I was with, um, ended up having to borrow money from me to treat the lady as well because he was short. Okay, no problem. I had it.
Right. Right.
But I'm talking about from the moment that, what I'm saying, um, we go out together. First off, we're together. So the guy and So the guy and the lady, you know what I'm saying, we were like, okay, let's all pile up in one car, right?
Right.
So they get in my whip. I go to meet my date, and the first thing I do, while she, what I'm saying, I go ring the doorbell. She comes outside.
Right.
I let her know, oh man, you look absolutely amazing. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Now this is just me complimenting. I'm not doing it for the public. I'm doing it for her,
Right. Right.
right? We get in the car. I open the door for her and everything. You know what I'm saying? And sit she's fine self in there. You know what I'm saying? And let's go. Let's enjoy this movie. All I hear as soon as I get on the other side is, "You ain't say not one thing about this outfit," from the back seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now again, okay, no big deal. Hey, listen, not everybody's gonna have the same, approach to women, or what I'm saying, again, approach to anything in life,
Right.
right? So my methods ain't gonna always be your methods, and your methods ain't always gonna be my methods.
Right.
But I think that with that in mind, um, again, it was just that simple. That one little thing seemed to set off a whole debate for the rest of the evening for her and him.
Right.
Okay. Um, Again, we're going to the movies. The movie was trash. It was a movie called House of the Dead.
Oh my goodness.
Worst worst hour and 30. Listen, when you talk about a waste of time and time that you'll never get back, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Is
That
it
was the
worse than that
worst.
bully movie, the Godzilla movie where two monsters fall in love and with
That was more entertaining than House of the Dead.
oh my goodness.
And yes, I know that movie too. Horrible movie,
Right,
but
right,
even better than House of the Dead.
right, right,
So anyway, again, yeah, like I said, it was a great caveat because again, it gave us something to talk about once we went down and had something to eat. Again,
right,
you stop me before we go inside. Again, I'll hold the door for the ladies,
right,
right? Now I rush to do that.
right, right,
Again, that's just how I was raised. That's what I was told.
right,
So it looks weird when he doesn't keep pace with me to do this simple task.
right.
So now again, another conversation or an exchange between her and him.
Yeah.
And now I'm feeling awkward because I'm just doing what I know.
Right,
This isn't about trying to look good in front of anybody else. This is just what I do at any point in time that
right,
I've courted a woman.
right,
And it's getting exhausted because you don't want to hear after every task that I wish you would do that.
right,
Um before and I hold the door for him too, right? Again, I'm already holding the door, so you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna just close the door on you. But
right.
as he stops, as he goes inside, he kind of passes me on the shoulder. Hey, bro, listen, hey, you got a 20 spots you can let me hold. I didn't expect to spend so much money. Fam, you knew the play before we got here.
Bro, you knew the play before we broke the huddle. You know what I'm saying?
Again, but I had it, right?
Right, right,
So
right,
no biggie. But I'm now looking at you crazy like, fam, okay.
right,
We get down, we enjoy the dinner, we're having a good time, we're talking about the movie because it was so horrible. But
right,
again, it was something that we generally could have conversed about, and then we could have gotten into other conversations and stuff like that. Um, she just broke out and was like, "Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know how I feel about us going forward because this entire time I'm looking at how he's treated her, and you haven't said one thing, and you still haven't said one thing about this outfit." And so when
yeah.
he says, "No, you look good, you look nice,"
It's too late.
it's too
And
late, and it
and
wasn't,
it's not
and it
genuine.
wasn't. You look amazing.
Right, right,
So now the whole time on the ride home, it's awkward silence. Hey, I'm just gonna turn this radio on real quick. I don't care what's on at this point. It could have been hip hop. It could have been Lil Jon's B.I.B.I. It could have been anything. Lil Boosie and Webbie's Miss Independent.
Right.
Thank God it was, again, just something that we could all groove to, right?
Right.
But it was at least something to kind of break the monotony.
Right.
After that, we make the mistake of saying, y'all want to play some Uno?
Right.
Now, me, I'm very competitive. I mean, I got competitive to the point where my mother-in-law, when I played Uno with her and my wife and my son,
right. Yo, we slapping them collect fours on a thing like they ace of spade, bro.
Yeah, and it's like you grumble when it's done to you. It's like, I can't believe the audacity.
You pat-shot, mother. Yeah.
But anyway, now again, I know how to play it. So okay, listen, if I'm playing against my lady, I'm not about to hit her with no skip, reverse, or draw. I'd rather pick up every card and lose every single game, try to save face.
Right.
Not my partner.
Right.
He do exactly what I do against my friends,
your enemies,
family, and everybody else.
His date is a friend of
me. Every skip that comes his way, he is upset. He about to flip the table. He is incredible hulking in here.
Yo,
all the while, she just keep going back to that outfit that she never got complimented.
Right. she probably. I bet you. Yo, women in particular, right? And two things. Women are very particular about certain stuff, right? Because they have different sensibilities, right? Like for instance, the women that have that are big up top, like the big up top women, right? They are very sensitive to like outfits and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you had to be like, man, girl, you look like an hourglass. Good God, girl. Ooh, that thing. Ooh, that thing is, yeah, girl. You know what I'm saying? You like how you compliment or whatever, right? And so you have to be on it up front, like, man, goodness, girl, don't go get lost. I don't want nobody to try to hit on you while you gone, girl. You know what I'm saying? Something, just something, compliment something. Or just be like, when she get ready to walk away, just be like, oh, wait, stop right there. And they be like, for what? I just want to get a look at you. Oh boy, you're so crazy. You little stuff, right? But there's that, and then there's also like how we don't understand the moment. And for those of y'all watching, whether y'all watching this live or on replay, the reason why I wanted to do this is because some men don't understand the moment, right? They don't understand the moment. Like they fast forward. They the people that want the Cliff Notes version of everything, right? Like date equals sex at 2:00. Right. That's what instead of going through everything, like enjoying the moment, being in the moment, man, being cool. Like, hey, man, hey, or like to your girl, you want something else to drink? You okay over there? Nah, I'm good. I noticed y'all a little giggly. Y'all want some water? No, we not giggly. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, how you, you know what I'm saying, mingle with the ladies and whatever. Dudes be like, you want some more wine? You want something stronger? Like, relax, bro. When you ask her if she want to up her drink from champagne to Tito's, you know what it sound like to a woman?
Yeah,
Perfect, get drunk.
Sip, just take one more sip.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like to the ladies. So like on your dates and stuff, not to hijack what DSJ is saying, but yeah, to to the ladies, man, we got to make sure that we treat them like a lady, right? Even if it's out of their element, right? Even if they're not used to being treated like that, even if they're not used to getting compliments, even if they're not used to men being attentive. Because honestly, honestly, the number one thing to winning on a date, and I don't care how handsome you are or how much money you have, right? Or if you're ultra cool like Uncle Freezy, right? The one thing that works for the ladies is attentiveness, attention. Pay attention to the little stuff, right? Right? Don't be laser focused on her boobies, right? Don't be licking your lips when you're looking at her thighs, right? Right? Don't look at her like a piece of meat, right? I mean, there's a time and place for there's a time and place for everything, right? But the time and the place on a first, second, or third date is in the moment. Stay in the moment. Like like if she is asking, like if she is ordering heavy, you order heavy, even if you're not gonna eat it. You can get a doggy bag, take it home, right? Because DSJ, you ever noticed when a lady orders heavy and a man orders light, the lady still eats light eat anyway, even though she wanted to eat heavy.
Yep.
These little things.
Absolutely.
And then now you got a to-go box in the back seat of your car. Got your car smelling like food.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When she orders, if she orders light, you order light. Meet her where she's at. If she orders heavy, you order heavy, even if you're not gonna eat it. You know what I'm saying? Take it home. That steak you order, man, in the morning, you can cut that thing up and cook it with put it on an omelet, bro, and you straight. Right? If a lady is taking her time, you take your time. Don't be in a rush. If she is motivated, like moving along swiftly, you move swiftly with her. Right? Like for instance, on the first date, it's not your job to win everything. Like if when you go to the movie, she's like, "Hey, babes, what you um um I'm gonna call this imaginary lady Nikki. Like we like say DSJ and I are double dating. Like his girl's name is Nikki and my girl's name is Nikki or whatever. And this is just an imaginary scenario, whatever. And we're in the car, we're talking. First of all, I'm driving. DSJ, I'm sorry, bro. I be wanting to be in. I'm a controller by nature. I can't help it. But we'll probably I'll go pick up. So here's the thing. This is the order that's got to go in. I have to pick up my date first, right? Because I can't have her waiting, and then I also don't want to have her feel uncomfortable in the car with two dudes like that, right?
Right.
And so I go get her first, and then we go pick up DSJ, right? And both of us get out of the car, and I introduce, hey DSJ, this is my date Nikki. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, hey DSJ, I heard so much about blah blah blah, whatever, right? DSJ has to sit in the back. This is like etiquette. No disrespect to DSJ, but DSJ's date is gonna sit in the back. So why when we go pick up DSJ's date, now all of us we got to do rearranging seat orders and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
yeah, you know what I mean? And not saying that DSJ don't deserve to sit in the front. Because if it was vice versa, I would be sitting in the back. Right? So we pick up DSJ, introduce whatever, talk about look small stuff, and then DSJ will tell us, hey man, she's at on 123 Marcus Garvey Boulevard, whatever. And then we show up to 123 Marcus Garvey Boulevard, right? DSJ get out, by himself, right? And he means to hey everybody, his date get in. He opened the door for his date, let her get in. She get in. She speak to everybody, like, hey, Miss Nikki, we heard so much about you, blah 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 blah. But we don't force anything. The ladies will set the tempo. If the ladies start talking to each other first, then we'll get in where we fit in terms of conversation. If the ladies are quiet, we'll ask them questions like, or say some stuff like, man, the traffic is kind of wild over here this time of day. Like, Miss Nikki, how you be getting around this time of day? She's like, oh, it's just this time of day. It's usually not whatever the small talk is. But like when we go to the movies, if the ladies gravitate towards themselves, right? If those two gravitate towards each other, me and DSJ can stay over here. We not worried about them running off. You know what I'm saying? It's a double date. Like, they might be talking about what movies, and they might be trying to figure out if they know similar people or whatever. But if they say, have y'all seen how Stella got her groove back? In my mind, I'm like, I don't want to see this shit. But I'm like, nah, I hadn't seen it. Is it interesting? And one of the Nickies might be like, yeah, I saw it already. I want to see it again. I was telling the other Nikki how good it is, and she ain't never seen it. So, and me and DSJ looking at each other like, we don't want to see this shit. But okay, sure. Sounds interesting. DSJ, how would you play that though? If your girl wants to see a movie that you don't want to see, what you gonna say?
Oh no, that's absolutely the play. Because again, your whole thing is you want to set up the date night, right, for
Right,
another
right,
occasion.
right, right.
And if you're lucky, if you let her pick the movie this one time, she'll compromise and let you pick the next one.
Yeah, yeah.
And as you sit here uninterested and kind of waiting for the movie to be over with in terms of what her pick might be, she might be doing the same thing with yours.
Right. Yep.
But there at least is the second date in the conversation. So
You know
yeah,
what?
you have to let that be the situation. Let that be how it goes down. She picks the movie or she asks about the movie. That's what you settle on.
You know what, so I had a friend named Tasha, and what she used to tell me is what men don't know is women are playing chess with you, right? Right. Because if you look like the type that's going to argue everything, they not letting you come over,
Right.
right? If you but you can't be a pushover, because if you soft, they're gonna immediately try to direct you towards the friend zone, right? So you gotta be aware, right? You gotta be aware of what they're saying, and then at the same time, at the, at the same time, you can't be a softy. Like if they say, "Hey, we want to see how Stella got her groove back," you can't be like, "Hell no, we want to watch Transformers." Nah, now ain't the time for that.
Yeah. Ain't the new Terminator coming out?
Yeah, nah, yeah, because no lie, the reason why I know this example is because it actually happened to me. Right, it wasn't Transformers. It was actually a movie called Die Hard. You remember the Die Hard series?
Yeah, definitely. Great Christmas movie.
Oh, yeah, touche. Okay, I got you. He stayed trolling, but anyway, the ladies. It was about 5 ladies and me and my 2 cousins, and they wanted to see how Stella got her groove back. And one of my dumbass cousins was like, "Hell no, we ain't watching that shit. That movie 3 hours. We ain't know how long the movie was. He just said that, right? Ain't in the 3 hours. I want to watch Die Hard, the one with Samuel L. Jackson in it. I think one of them.
Okay.
One of them. And I put my
Yeah,
cousin to the
with a
side.
vengeance. Yeah.
So I put my cousin to the side. I was like, cousin, why are you trying to mess this up for everybody? We don't even know these ladies, man. We trying to get, whatever, whatever. And he like, man, 3 hours, cuz 3 hours. Like, man, bro, relax. You're gonna be surrounded by ladies for 3 hours. He's like, yeah, you right, but yeah, man. I was like, nah, man, you bugging, bro. You bugging. Just relax, bro, and let them. And then what it is, it come to find out, the lady that I had met that day, that's exactly what she was doing. She was like, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see if you was gonna let me watch this movie. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, let you watch the movie? She's like, yeah, because sometimes, man, they don't understand. Everything got to be about their football or their sports or they damn shoot 'em up movies, right? And I was like, I ain't never even thought about it like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never even thought about no. She was like, yeah, you got to let the woman win. Sometimes you can't win all the time. It's like, that's interesting. That's interesting. You know what I'm saying? And then also too, what we have to, as men, what we have to keep in mind is if you don't know a woman's personality yet, you don't want to put up any barriers, right? If you don't know the person yet, if you still in that stage, are you still trying to feel them out? You can't just shut down certain stuff and not listen to them. So yeah, so that's the part of date night thing. One of the things that I just want to throw in there.
Another thing too is now this I do feel like you should have again, if you know your lady before this date, never pick a movie where she has a crush on the leading actor.
Really?
You don't want to spend the entire time hearing about how fine such and such is while you're sitting here on this date watching this movie with somebody you're trying to court.
Okay, so let me ask you this: am I egomaniac? Cause
Uh,
honestly, bro, honestly, that don't even bother. Honestly, I think I get a kick out of that. Like for real, you think Boris Kojo look better than me? I honestly have. I've asked Miss Mocha that about 200 times in my lifetime, bro. Really? Idris Elba look better than me? She like, stop.
well, no, I mean, again, but see that's what I'm saying. In terms of if you're talking about somebody that you've been with in a relationship, that's
Right,
fine,
right,
right?
right.
But when you just meeting this person, this is your first or second date. Yeah, I don't want to hear that throughout the entirety of the movie.
Okay. So you don't want
This
it,
is
you
my
don't want it
favorite.
to be obsessed. As long as it's not an obsession, right?
Right, yeah, because if it's like, yeah, because again, it's like, okay, yeah, this person looks good or whatever the case may be. Okay, yeah, sure, no problem.
That's why they in Hollywood.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, so that part is not never gonna be an issue. But when it's just like every 3 minutes,
Yeah, that's an
oh, he's so
obsession.
fine. He's
Yeah.
not even on screen.
Yeah. When
Oh,
they
he's
still
so
fanning
fine.
themselves, like, oh,
It's the rolling credits.
right, right. He been dead 40 minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't let it be like Sam Jackson in Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah.
He only lasted for 38 minutes. The movie is about a minute and 47, and the entire minute and 47 before the credits start rolling. I can't believe what he did to Sam Jackson. Oh, I love him so much. What?
Right.
Gator?
Right. Gator. Yeah. Gator, he's stealing money out the Bible from the good Reverend Doctor. Yeah. Mama, you watch too many soap operas anyway. You don't need that TV.
Yeah, so
Mama,
so for
don't make
me,
me do
yeah.
it. Don't make me do that dance. Mama, don't make me.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like after a while, like because imagine the shoe on the other foot.
Right.
You'll never see this person again
You'll
if you
never
talk
see her
about how
again.
fine Halle Berry or J Lo or whoever the flavor of the month is at this point on
Right.
screen is. Oh
Right.
my god, I can't believe Beyonce. She killed it in that movie. That movie was trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, she did such a great job in Obsessed. Can you believe? No, I can't.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. I
Let,
can't. I
let's
can't
let's
meet you
just
there.
not let's not even lie to let's not lie to ourselves or the
Yeah.
viewing public
Let's
talking
not.
about
Let's not act
Obsessed.
like she saved Dream Girls. She did not. She did not save Dream Girls.
So so
She
with
did
that
not
being
save
said,
Cadillac Records. No, she did not. She did not save Cadillac Records.
but yeah, so like I said, just let's not be that person that just all you talk about is this like if there's world hunger exists. Let's talk about that for a
Yeah.
second.
Let's. How about peace in the Middle East? Yeah.
You
Let's.
know, like anything other than this actor or actress.
Right. Right.
So,
Right.
but like I
And so.
said, this is speaking specifically first second date.
Okay.
After that, I mean, again, once you get to know this person and you know this is this person's favorite actor or whatever, all right, whatever, shit, no matter
Right.
because I'm the one you with.
Yeah. Yeah. And so part of the reason why I speak confidence to all the dudes around me all the time is because what we don't realize is that we are also talented and have a lot of things to offer to everyday people, and because we exist in an everyday life to them. When they're up there talking about Chris Brown singing that Otis Redding song. Oh my God, Chris Brown is so fine. Yeah, but Chris Brown is 4,000 miles away, and I'm right here. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So yeah, yeah. So I mean, it don't bother me none. It don't bother me none at all. Like, and it don't even have anything to do with a confidence complex or anything like that. It's just practicality, right? So yeah, yeah. It don't bother me. But when you talking about obsession, yeah, yeah. Now I'm with you. I'm with you on it.
Yeah.
Right. So the first date is always a date that is out and about, right?
Right.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, everybody chat, everybody watching this video. I always say the first date has to be out somewhere, right? I don't care who the person is. I don't care if you've known them for years or you just saw them on a subway on the way to Brooklyn and said, "Hello, good looking. Is this seat taken?" It don't matter where the first date has to be out somewhere, right? Right. It's like that. It's like that Luther Vandross name. Excuse me, Miss. Excuse me, Miss. What's your name? Can I take you out? Right. I don't care if it's that. It's got to be out somewhere, right? Because even if it's somebody familiar, you don't want to get them in a situation where they're at your crib and things don't go according to plan, and now you're stuck, right? Or you go to their crib and it's an awkward situation, like the date is at her house, and then her mother and sister come over there unexpected, and now you standing there and they're like, "Who's this? What he doing over here?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. By
or
accident on purpose.
accident on purpose, right? Right. 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 Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What about so how long does it take before you invite your date over to the crib?
Um, I'll say by the at least by the third or fourth.
Okay.
I think the first two should be established in an outside setting.
Right.
Um, the first one I feel like is an introductory the introduction to romance. The second one should be the prelude to romance, and then the third and fourth should be the deal sealer.
Right. 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 Okay. Okay.
Now, again, some people are good enough to where their first date can be the deal sealer as well. So
Yeah,
I
that
won't sit there and
that's happened. I think that's happened to everybody, right? Everybody has have at least had like 20, 10 or 12 first dates that just you wind up between the sheets.
like
Chat,
an
is that a
IG
common?
brother single.
Yeah, is that? I think that's is that a common occurrence? That I think that's like because it's like sometimes you ask somebody out on a first date because that's what you just want to get straight to, right? Like
Right.
they either had the hots for you, right? Like for instance, at work or something, you in your cubicle and this lady that works over in another building, she always come through looking for office supplies, but they always have the office supplies in her building, and she come across and drop a Hershey Kiss on your desk.
Oh yeah.
I just didn't want it to melt in my pocket. I was just walking around with this chocolate kiss. I'm like, you really want to give me a chocolate kiss? Yeah. I ain't want it to go to waste. I've been saving it for somebody. Okay, I'll take this chocolate kiss. You know what I'm saying? Those type of moments, you already know what the vibe is. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? You know what I'm saying? You already know. Like, the date is real simple. Like, yo, my baby daddy got the kids all weekend. Meet me at my house at 5:17. You already know what the fuck.
Yeah,
You
we're going nowhere. We're going.
yeah,
Don't even bother stepping out. Make sure that you got. Listen. Make sure that your socks have no holes in it.
right, right,
Your underwear is clean,
right.
and no matter what, smell good.
Smell good. Yeah. 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 Take your break. Guys, this is the one thing. This is the one thing I like. I always tell the young fellas. If we're leaving work going somewhere, take your last 15-minute break 30 minutes before you get off. Don't take your 15-minute break at 2 o'clock, come back at 2:15, and then you sitting at your desk till 5 o'clock. Nah, man, relax. Take your last 15-minute break at like 3:45, 4 o'clock, something like that. Go in the bathroom, look yourself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? Freshen up, throw some water on your face. Get that. Yo, DSJ, you know what? At work, you know what? I always kept a cheap bottle of cologne at my desk. Now, when I say cheap, I don't mean cheap. What I mean is a small fragrance bottle, like a Yves Saint Laurent at my desk, like the little bottle, the little $18 bottle. You
Right.
know, so the one that you always every time you try to spray it, it always get on your hand. I'll keep
Scentbird. Yeah.
yeah, I'll keep some of that at my desk, like the $18 one. That way, if somebody steal it, I ain't lost nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So always keep you a in the 90s, I used to keep this thing called Egyptian musk at my desk, right? And we used to have the cubicles with the cork walls on it, and they had the cork walls because of sound, right? Like the soundproofing walls or whatever. And I used to spray the Egyptian musk on the walls in my cube. And the ladies are walking there, they be like, "Smells so good in here. Who bought you them flowers?" Like, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like they say they this lady said she bought them for our team, but she keep bringing them to my desk. I'm like, if you bought them for the team, give them to the team. She's like, no, I don't want the team to be. You know how the team is. I'm like, hey, you bought them, you bought them flowers for me. She was like, I might have. Okay, right. But my thing is for men, always be prepared. Like you don't need a fanny pack. You don't need a fanny pack, but if you have a leather, DSA, have you seen the leather travel kits?
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what I'm talking about? Like you have your toothbrush and your toothpaste in there. You have some cologne in there. If you got waves, you keep a brush in there. Keep a comb. Keep a comb in there. You know, a little something to stay fresh, right?
Yeah.
Keep
Oh, hey, listen. I keep. Matter of fact, I tell you what's so crazy. I keep one with. I have two of them.
okay,
Right. I have one at my job.
right,
Although my job is more like what I'm saying, a manufacturing job.
right.
But what I'm saying, in times whenever I do my whole routine and stuff like that, I have one there. I
Right,
also have a travel one. Just basically, I always carry my book bag with me
right,
everywhere I go to. So
right,
that's one of my things in my bag at all times.
right, right, right. Yeah, man, no doubt, no doubt. So I keep that on deck. Um, and for those so I'm OD with it. So I have um um I keep like baby wipes in there and all types of stuff just in case. You never know. You never know. If you don't use it, it'll stay in there. I mean, it'll stay good, right? But definitely um the ladies, man, they notice little stuff like, you come back from lunch, you go straight to the bathroom, brush your teeth, you know what I'm saying? You flossing at your desk or whatever it is that you're doing. They were like, man, he's so neat. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of them things. Now, I'm not telling everybody that they need to be Marcus from Boomerang, right? You don't need to be Marcus, but the ladies pay attention to everything.
I
Yeah,
don't
they
know, Unc. I think I would tell everybody to be Marcus Gray from Boomerang.
you would tell them to do that? Yeah.
I absolutely. And when we talk about smooth, um, definitely a lady killer. Like, yeah, that's definitely the yeah. Because I
That's
mean,
the template.
yeah, I think like the Billy D types.
Right.
Um, they're like one liner guys. I think, like, what I'm saying, what I'm saying, and the voice, what I'm
Right.
saying, you want my
Right.
hand to fall off, like that's
Right.
that's not gonna work with everyday, especially not in today's society. I think Marcus Graham kind of sets more of a modern version.
Right. Right.
Now, I'm not gonna sit here and say con anybody, what I'm saying, because a lady loves dogs. You walk around with a leash or nothing like that, but
Right.
at least what I'm saying. Again, I think he's definitely like somebody. If you sat here and said, okay, if you
Don't
want
be
to
Pookie
emulate
for the
somebody,
mailroom.
right?
Don't be Tyler.
Yeah, definitely don't be Tyler, and don't be Gerard.
Don't be Gerard.
That's the push. That's the pushover.
Right. 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 Yeah. Don't be Gerard. Take your time. Right. Gerard is the horny little puppy. He just wanna, you know what I'm saying? He just wanna check fluid levels. That's his whole lot in life is to check fluid levels. Right. Um but Marcus is the same, but just go about it differently. Really particular.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so what I would say to the fellas out there, if you're like brand new in the dating scene, be very particular. Like legit set a very high standard and be disciplined in that. Now, I'm not saying be stuck up or uppity or conceited, no. But set a high standard and then have people meet you there, right? And when I say people, I mean everybody. Like your cousins that want to double date with you, if they not up to that, they not trying to get to that standard, they ain't going, right? Like if you going out on your date and you are dressed like Carl Thomas and your cousin show up with a Averex jacket on and Carl Canal boots, nah, he can't go. I'm sorry. If the vibe is Carl Thomas then the vibe is called Thomas. I'm sorry. Cuzzo, like, nah, this trip ain't for you, Cuzzo. What you mean this trip ain't for you? It ain't for me, man. I can go. I'm a grown man. You can be a grown man over there, but this trip right here is not for you, bro.
Yeah, you can't be Carl Thomas and he comes in like Black Rob. Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, bro, if the vibe is candlelight and you show up like Creep, even though we love Creep by TLC, right? The vibe is candlelight and you. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, cuz you can't. Nah, man. I'm gonna go by myself, man. You know what I'm saying? On this one. Cuz don't do me like that, man. You always be trying to hog the good ones for yourself. Nah, bro. I don't try to hog all the good ones for myself. I'm saying, hey man, the first impression a woman get of you, that's like what she remember you as. Right? If she meet a tall, cool, laid back brother, got himself together, he neat, he take care of himself. That's gonna be her impression of him all the time. The first impression is a lasting impression.
True words haven't been spoken.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So the date at the house, are you cooking or are you ordering in?
Um. Okay, so I would order in, right?
Right,
But I would order in with the idea that because again, you always want to set it up for the next time. The next time you
right,
come over, maybe I'll cook.
right,
Because you want to surprise them too. You also want to kind of leave that little mystery. Oh, you cook?
right,
Because now there's anticipation. There's now something else to look forward to.
right, right.
So yeah, first time she comes over, order in. Um, the most you'll do is just have, what I'm saying, if you're a wine guy or something like that, have a glass of wine,
Right.
set up and everything.
Everybody, no Moscato,
No,
no Moscatos, no. I don't care. DSJ Moscato, Moscatos sometimes come in them fancy ass bottles.
right.
Right, the Moscatos, bro. Bro. Nah, man. Listen, I'm saying no Moscato, not because Moscato is a bad wine, right? Right. I'm saying Moscato because it's what everybody know. It's a go-to, right? And if you want to impress, get something in the line of a Moscato that's more sophisticated, right? If your budget is low, like say for instance, the food came in more than anticipated, right? Right? You don't have to get top shelf wine, right? Especially if you don't know what the hell you're doing, right? If you don't know what you're doing, I'm gonna tell you a trick, DSA. So here's my trick, right? Get a very very cheap wine, right? But put it in stemless wine glasses. You know what I'm talking about? You know the stemless wine glasses?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, get the stemless wine glasses and not just those, right? Get the ones that are colored at the bottom. Make them pretty, right? So it won't be all about and I advise if you're a bachelor, you should already have these, right? You should already, if you're a bachelor, you should already have square plates in your house. You should have square platters, right, in your house right now if you're a bachelor, right? And you ain't got to buy in for a special occasion. Just if you at Target looking for a movie or a PlayStation game or something, and you see that Target has the square plates on sale for, say, it's summertime when people don't normally buy square plates, right? And you know the square bowls that you eat soup out of. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just buy the whole thing for like $50, and it'll seat like 8 people. But the thing is, you're never gonna feed 8 people off that set, right? You want them because they always get chips in them, or some of them break, right? Because if you're in the candlelight and you mode, you're never gonna have a seating of 8, right? But what you will have is extras in case you break some, right? Get your square orange juice glasses. Get all of those. Target have those on sale. I remember going in Target and buying like 24 of them for like $30, right? And I just had them in my um when you put them in your cabinets, like if you like depending on what kind of cabinetry you have, they look great inside cabinets, right? So it's like these little things, like you don't have to impress her with a $80 wine and all you have is $20. You can go get two $8 bottles of wine and put it in a fancy vessel, and then it looks fancy. It's the little things, man.
Yeah, because the biggest thing is the presentation.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to impress her, because she might not know anything about wine, but she see those pretty glasses, she'll probably ask you something like, "Yo, did you just break up with somebody? Or are you married? No. What are you talking about? All right, I'm married, right? But I'm saying if for this exercise, nah, man, why you ask me that? It's like, oh, I just never thought a man would have taste like that, be elegant, be smooth like that. Man, that ain't nothing. It's probably just, yeah, I just caught them on sale and I just thought they looked nice. You know, little stuff.
Marcus Graham.
Yeah, little stuff. Like with your bath towels. Like dudes, with your bath towels, man. With your bath towels, do scheme, man, with your bath towels. If you're gonna go with if your scheme is Public Enemy black towels, you feel like when you get out the shower, it's a Mike Tyson fight. Relax, bro. Relax. It's not the Black Panther party, bro. You know what I'm saying? All your towels is black. What relax, man. If you got to have black, throw a pastel in there with it. You know what I'm saying? Throw a mint green in there or something. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got to have brown, throw in that brown and mint green together. Throw that brown and pink together. You know what I'm saying? In your bathroom. So when she walk in the bathroom, she thinks she at a hotel or something. You know what I'm saying? But if all your towels is white, oh, and DSJ, oh, and a pro tip for the fellas out there, right? Don't buy white towels. Why dudes like white towels, bro?
You know what's so funny? I actually bought white towels for decoration.
Okay.
Now that I do, right?
Right.
Again, I think you. Okay, so let me be very particular with what I'm saying. I am the type to buy decoration.
Right.
So I want, again, as you said initially, and again, not only do I agree with it, I do it. I've done it.
Right.
Um, you buy those fancy looking plates, that fancy
Right.
looking glass, because what you
Right.
want to do is you always want, whenever somebody comes over, oh wow, I didn't know that they I you don't you even want to surprise them to even know that these things are available.
Right. Right.
I only seen this in this restaurant. Oh
Right.
word.
Right.
So for me, I think it's always important to have that, right?
Right.
Now again, I think like even down to the folding, um, folding the towels and stuff like that. The decorative towels, I fold them like hotels do.
Right. That's that military in us, though.
Right.
For the veterans, the veterans notice stuff like that. They do stuff like that.
But I definitely do have like the different color towels and stuff like that. It's almost like go to any store or whatever, and you just kind of pick one of each, and maybe you buy a set to like three or four,
Right,
right?
right, right,
Every visit you go and you're going down that aisle, it's always
right,
three or four. And
right.
again, if you buy the towel, buy the washcloth as well.
But buy the whole. They usually stacked on top of each other, like it'll be they're the same color, right? And they'll go down all the way down to the biggest towel at the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Just get all of them, man. Relax. They like, yo, I got a cousin named Marcus, and he is nothing like Marcus Grant, bro. Right? He want to be Marcus Grant, but he not. Like his bathroom, he got white towels on his bathroom. I'm like, bro, did you watch this shit? He's like, yeah, I watched. I'm like, bro, when you buy white towels, bro, you already know what's gonna happen to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you already, I mean, I ain't trying to, nah, man, I don't, nah, man, I ain't,
And that's why it's only decoration, because you
right,
know eventually what happens is if you use it,
right.
it won't be white again.
No, and and unlike other washcloths, when you see white, towels and stuff, you think hotel, right? Like you think, like, ew, somebody been washing their ass with this, and you got this over your sink. No. But you don't think that when you think decorative towels, though. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But anyways, yeah, take your time, man. Everything don't have to be expensive, right? I have a cousin who won't buy an expensive car. Like he will buy he his style is he is like the dude that'll stay in Altima, right? You remember when they used to make Altimas?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he'll stay in like the small to medium sized Nissans, but he keep them showroom clean, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like his Saturday mornings, it's like the same routine: barbershop, car wash, laundromat, grocery store. That's he just do all of every. Hey man, what you doing Saturday? Man, you know what I'm doing Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's that guy. He's that guy. He's regimented. Like he is like that. Like you go to his apartment, man. His apartment is so clean. It smelled chilly in there. Like you ever been in somebody's house? It's so clean. It's like, man, it's chilly in here because he keep extra clean. No dishes
Okay.
in the sink. Never dishes in the sink. Right? No trash. Trash can never full up. He just extra clean. Like one of his cousins, our cousin, like, man, he might be gay. Man, he ain't gay. He just clean. Why, why you know what I'm saying? That man ain't, he ain't married. I know he ain't, but man, he done, man, all them girls he done met, man, no. That man, he just particular. He just taking his time. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but yeah, man. So if you take it like if when you bring the date back to the house, when DSJ said the first one it might be order in, I'm with him, especially if you can't cook. If you don't know how to cook, or you think you know how to cook and people tell you don't cook. Right? Don't be trying to impress somebody with pasta salad. No.
I
No.
avoided it at all costs.
Yeah, no. Don't ever do that. Right?
So the key to the pasta salad is chicken chunks.
Oh my God. Yeah. Never. Never do that. Like if you can't cook, if you can't cook, just be upfront. Like, you know what? I'm good at a lot of stuff, but cooking is one of them things that I just can't do. Right? If you upfront with your date, they understand. You know what I'm saying? Because they would rather have a professional do it, and then that way she won't be like, ew. You know what I'm saying?
Or the other alternative is you confess that you can't cook, but you want to learn,
Right.
and she
Right.
makes it a priority to teach you.
Right. So you showed a vulnerability, and now she wants to help, and that helps build your relationship. Yeah. Yeah. And my thing is I can cook. I don't have the patience for it. Right. I don't have the patience for it because I'm a busybody in other areas. Like I'm always like legit, y'all. Let's so in case y'all don't know, so we have another channel, a Knicks channel, and so while I was watching the game, calling the game, and during that game, I was preparing these slides that y'all are watching at the same time, right? Knowing that after that game, 2 o'clock in the morning, we'll be talking about the do's and don'ts for the dating scene. So I'm a busybody, and then in the morning, we're gonna go help with a food drive because it's the holidays, and then come back home tomorrow, finish up some insurance stuff, right, for the year. Call a couple of insurance companies, stay on hold forever. Probably get off the clock about 4 o'clock, and I'm a busybody like that. So the cooking part of it is even though my mother taught me how to cook and wash and iron clothes and clean up a house, and Uncle Sam taught me how to wash and iron clothes and clean up a house and all that stuff. I just don't have the patience for the cooking aspect anymore because I'm a little bit older. Now, if I'm forced to, if you know, if I'm put in a situation where I have to, I will. Right. But if you're a guy like me, I think the best thing to do is order, right? Do the do the movie night at your place if that's the thing. My in my opinion, dates shouldn't just be movies sitting on a chair with your lady and um whatever. I think you should spend time doing stuff like DSJ. Have you ever played that game Jenga?
Yeah, I did.
I think icebreakers should be stuff like that, like Jenga, right? Like dinner conversation, right? Wine. I think conversation and getting to know the lady or the lady getting to know the man. You know what I'm saying? I think that's to me that's better than the movies. But the one thing I want to talk to you about is cues, right? Like what cues to notice and what cues not to. What I noticed over the course of when I was dating, which was 1,000 years ago, seems like what I noticed is that women will check out your house. Like the women will go and they'll be like, "Can I use your bathroom?" You're like, "Well, damn, you just got here. You got to pee already?" No, it's not that. It's not that. I think what they like to do is check out the premises, right? Check out your bathroom, and if your bathroom is clean and your kitchen is clean, they'll be okay. And guys, this is how you know a woman trusts how clean your place is. If a woman takes off her shoes and walks around kind of barefoot in certain places, she trusts you. That's a cue that you got to pick up on. If a woman takes off her shoes, she's comfortable enough with you, right?
Plus, you didn't find anything in that bathroom. Because I'll be honest, I think that one thing that women do is they want to search for um remnants of another woman.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. And I'm by all means, like I'm having when you have a date, and guys, this is the other thing too. This is a mistake a lot of men make. Yo, when you have a woman over, open all the doors in your house. Like if you're in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, open all the doors, please. Right? Why does a woman have to walk? She wondering what's in this room, what's in that room. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, no, the my bathroom is in the bedroom. Just go all the way down to the end, and you'll see my bathroom off to the left with the light in it. And she's like, oh, I don't want to use your bathroom. Okay, well, I mean, the visitor's bathroom is right here, right? Eventually, I know she'll use that bathroom, my bedroom bathroom, eventually, right? But if she would just want to use the visitor bathroom, that's okay. But keep all your doors open. You don't want women to think you have something to hide. These are small little cues that make them that help them feel safe, right? And listen, don't try to be something you're not in your apartment or your house, right? Like for instance, if you saw the Bad Boy video where Bad Boy had all white furniture and an all white shag rug that they was drinking champagne on and all of that, don't do that. Don't do that. That's only a video, right? Right? You don't want a shag rug that smell like shit. Right? You don't want white furniture that got little stains on it all over it. Right?
If this is alpaca, you
Yeah.
block that shit.
You bloody stop rubbing that shit in. Yo, you block that shit. Yeah. 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 Yeah, man. You don't want it to be like that way. Right? And make sure all if you in a 3-bedroom and 2-bath and she asks you questions like, I thought you said you live by yourself. Why you got, 3 bedrooms? Now is not the time for you to be like, just be real. Like, listen, it was in my budget. It's close to my job, right? It's close to all the grocery stores. And I could have saved about $50 a month for a smaller place way across town in such and such neighborhood. And they were like, oh no, I know such and such neighborhood. I feel you. I would have got this one too. Just be upfront. You ain't got to tell them that every once in a while you and your boys go out and they come over to your crib and crash. You ain't got to tell them that your boys come up from the A sometimes and they just need a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? Or that you have an adult child that will come through with a baby and you know what I'm saying, they spend a week. You ain't got to go through all of that. Not up front. Unless you want to. Right? Just be real. Like, yo, this 3-bedroom, 2-bath, it was such a deal. I couldn't pass it up. It's right here by my job. I've been at that job 17 years. You know what I'm saying? And it's right here by my favorite grocery. It's right by Whole Foods. You know what I'm saying? That's my spot. I like to get my veggies and stuff from there. And she be like, yeah, I feel you. I understand. I trust it. I understand. Don't hide unnecessary. DSA, you ever seen people try to hide unnecessary hideable stuff?
Yeah.
Like, what do you have to
and then it's like it makes you untrustworthy completely after the fact because it's like you did this roundabout way of getting right to the answer. Like I
Right.
always say, don't spin the block to go next door.
Right. Right. We know a lot of people that do that though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So on the 3rd or 4th date, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the dress code should be casual, not relaxed, but casual. Right?
Absolutely.
I'm thinking like she not gonna see me in jogging and workout clothes or lounge clothes until she either spends the night and wake up the next morning and I have them on, right? Or if the event calls for it. Hey, you want to go jogging tomorrow? Sure. Okay. Don't invite her over and you got joggers on and funny color socks, right? Funny color socks ain't the wave up front. Funny color socks is when you develop a comfort level.
I think it's kind of weird, right? Because um, well, let me not say weird. Um, I think the intention of going casual is to let them know that I'm still trying to court you, right? Um, so a jeans, t-shirt, you know what I'm saying, something cool, right? Um, but maybe the ones I've encountered just don't have that level of understanding, right? Because the first thing I heard when I used to date like that was, "Why are you so dressed up?"
Right. Right.
And the first thing I'm thinking is because I didn't want to come out, I didn't want to break out the ball shorts, you know what I'm saying, and the white
Not,
feet. Just wanted to
yeah.
be cool, you know what I'm saying. We vibing, you know what I'm saying. But you also got to know that, you know what I'm saying. I appreciate your time and want you to feel like, you know what I'm saying, not only that you're welcome, but at the same time that I have enough respect not to
Right.
anticipate or expect anything else.
Right. Right. Yeah. 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 I'm in that mode of um always, yeah, that. Right. Not taking anything for granted. I'm in that mode of that. Like, you know, if you spend the night, right, then I'm gonna be in that mindset of I'm not getting up first thing in the morning to get, super fresh, because what that does is it sends the message, in my opinion, it sends the message that I'm always super fresh and I didn't dress up before, or the reason why I dressed up before is because I'm always this way, right? When the message should be that I really got this way for you to an extent. Now, am I always gonna be clean? Yes. And people are looking now like, yo, how you gonna say that Uncle Freezy and you up here with this baggy car? What's the middle of the night? And I mean, what? You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Right.
yeah. You know, it's one of them things where you have to kind of play things by ear. But
Also, I
but
gotta say this too. I think that anytime that you invite a woman over, it has to be evening time, but not prime time.
right, right.
5:30, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
Because I'm a fan of the sunsets,
Okay.
and I always feel like once you open that door and that sunset hits, it's almost like perfect time because it gives you the opportunity for one to do two things. One, you come in, um, have a seat while we're listening to music,
Right.
um, drinking
Right.
wine, waiting on the food to get here, full blown conversations. You have the windows open.
Right.
It's an invitation, right? Um,
Right. You ever heard that song "Visions of a Sunset"?
Absolutely, one of my favorite Sean Stockman songs,
Okay.
and he has a few that I like.
Right. 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 I'm a big fan of that. What you just said. I believe in romance and ambiance. Right. Right. So I'm a guy. Right. I'm a man. Right. So I don't do this stuff when the ladies are not around. Like, I don't do it without Mo, unless sometimes, you know how you just get in a mode where you just want to be to yourself and you just want to think or search for inspiration, or maybe inspiration caught you and you want to stay in that moment, like
Yeah.
artistry or whatever. Like, for those that don't know, I'm a professional writer. I like to say that out loud, even though I'm not good at it. Right. So I have a book published already. A book called Crescent City Shadows, Bayou Heat. I have a book out already. I'm working on a second, right? But in that moment that DSJ just said, sometimes when I get inspired, I like to stay in that element, in that moment, and to jot down my ideas. Or Mo will come back from the gym, and I see Mo come back from the gym with like them gym clothes on, and I'm like, "Ooh, this love is so." No, I'm a writer. I'm not a singer, by the way. But
It's
what
all
we
good.
have is, so we have this back porch. It's about 800 square feet. It's kind of big. So it's probably about 8 or 9, maybe 1,000 square feet. It's big, man. And so I'm gonna put um the one of those fireplaces, you know what I'm talking about, the fake fireplaces.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
put one of them back there, and a couple of years ago, before a few things happened, we used to go back there at nighttime and turn the light on and listen to music and just talk. And so in that moment that you just said, when the sunset and you out there, and DSJ, do you know any ladies that are crafty, like do crafts?
Yeah, I do.
Like they do the weddings, like put the things in the middle of the wedding table.
Oh yeah.
Like the big jars have the glass in it, the marbles in it, and all that stuff.
Yeah, the decorative types, the
Yeah,
arts
yeah.
and crafts. Yeah.
Yeah, so Mo did that a couple of years ago, and so she's kind of like, I don't want to say Erica Badu and that, because Erica Badu is bananas. I think Erica Badu is crazy, but kind of like in that vein of like crafty, like doing the arts. Like she made that thing and she put the candles, and it's like a big ass glass, like this big, and put the marbles in it. It's got like the candle in it. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And the candles smell like cinnamon and all type of stuff. So we'll sit out there and drink wine and just talk. And
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
I think that's part of the thing with the vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the vibe is that, like, if you dating, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, come on, um, I'm gonna have we know a lady that's got her own catering service. And so what we'll do is have her come over, and one of these days we're gonna have her get cook over here for us. Like, you know what I'm saying, like cook dinner, like pay like $400 or $500 and let her cook a dinner for two, like candlelight dinner for two while we just there, you know what I'm saying, on the back porch and all that stuff, and we just talk or whatever. But that right there is something that we should consider, bro. Hey man, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay, no problem. Yeah. So I hope you're enjoying the conversation. You're listening to the smooth stylings and the conversational plight and abilities of Uncle Freezy, and of course your resident troll R&B guy DSJ. Um, if you haven't already, please hit the like button. Also, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. Um, ring the bell for notifications. So anytime that we go live, you get notified, and you'll be able to enjoy the conversations even more as we continue to try to entertain and inform you guys. Um, hope everybody's having a good evening and a good time out there. Also being safe, and if you're with that special someone, um, hoping that you guys are enjoying this conversation. There's no reason for you to be alone while you're listening to the expertise and the opinions of your hosts right now. So please again, if you haven't, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell. Always appreciated. And as we go further into it, also, um, something to consider when you have somebody coming over. I think it's important to always have music already playing. Have your playlist already set because what you want to do is have a night, you know what I'm saying, and a good soundtrack to to the mood. You can always set the pace of it. You can always enhance the situation as such. If
Right.
you're if you got some good music already playing before she comes in, I think it helps with the comfort level once you're able to open that door, have her walk in. Your place is smelling good. It's absolutely clean from top to bottom, and you have some smooth sounds coming from your stereo, from your you know from your system, and just vibe out.
What's your vibe? What's your vibe song though?
Um, for the love of you by the Osley Brothers. Something about that way that something about that the kick on that drums and and the subtlety of it.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play. I'm not gonna play it here. I'm just gonna listen to it just to get a sense of. So parts one and two.
Yeah.
I see where you're going already. Yeah, I feel
And
you.
so if you keep a pace and think about it like this, it's almost like running. If you keep a certain pace, you won't get tired,
Right.
right? Um, but you'll be able to keep that pace for a long period. So I feel like once you set something like that up, that's exactly what it does. It's a pace setter.
Right. Right. I like that. I like that song, but I think my favorite Isley Brothers joint in that, and it may be too slow, but it's a song "Spend the Night," "Sesqua Tonight." Y'all familiar with that?
Say that one more time.
"Spend the Night," "Sesqua Tonight."
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I think the song is too forward though. When you open the door and she hears "Spend the Night."
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but I mean, because yeah, like there's certain songs I just feel like even with the title, I think sometimes the groove can overtake
Yeah.
the message.
Right. Okay.
Same thing like Human Nature. Human Nature might be like one of those songs. And Michael Jackson really doesn't have a lot of those type of songs
Right.
that's mood setters, but I think that Human Nature can be that because again of the pace of the song.
Right.
Not too fast, not too slow, just right in that pocket.
Yeah.
Um, Songs I will avoid though, "You Are My Lady" by Freddie Jackson.
Really?
Yeah, I think we have to establish a little bit more at that point. Now,
Right.
"Lady" by D'Angelo,
Yeah.
pace setter. Um, it's hard to
What about
establish with
"Ask of You"
Luther.
by Raphael Sadiq? You like that?
Yeah, like yeah, that's a perfect pace setter. Yeah.
Right, right.
Um, Luther Vandross, as crazy as it sounds, doesn't have good pace setter songs. They're situational songs, right? Um, and again, I've listened to enough Luther to where it's like, okay, yeah, this is what I would play for this, that, and the third. Like he has songs for just about every moment. But even with "Take You Out Tonight,"
Yeah, "Take You Out Tonight." That's my joint.
that might be the only one that he has in his arsenal.
Really?
Because if you know, if yeah, because if you like listen to any Luther songs, they're not about chilling. They're about moments.
Really?
Yeah,
One of my favorite vibe songs is actually a Luther song. It's a song called "Your Secret Love."
right. Okay,
Th-
so
Now,
so
man, now,
imagine playing. Yeah, imagine playing that for a lady that's coming over.
yeah,
Right now, the thing about Luther is his intentions are known throughout the song. So when you say stuff
right,
like "Your secret love,"
yeah.
well, who's the secret? Am I the secret? Oh, you have somebody else that's a secret. You don't want to spend that time with that kind of situation going on in her
So
head.
it's like a "As We Lay" song.
Yeah. So the whole time you sitting here
Or
thinking that you grooving and that everything is cool, and then you wonder why she's kind of giving you this cold shoulder effect.
right,
It's
right,
because she's overthinking things now.
right,
This is just a song. I like the song.
right,
Is that all
right.
it is? The whole time it'll be it'll be that kind of.
So here's the thing. Do you ever leave it up to Pandora?
Never.
Okay. So you have a curated playlist.
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Because "Take You Out" and "Your Secret Love" to me are like those songs that are like mid tempo right before slow. Like they're not really good dance songs either. It's just good music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to dance to "Your Secret Love."
Yeah. See what I'm saying? So, and
Yeah.
again, like I said, when you're looking at what you're trying to accomplish here,
Right.
um, yeah, it's good to sit down and listen to, but like I said, you don't want it to be a song where you make your day overthink.
Yeah. 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 Okay. Okay.
Because be honest, like even prime example. Okay, so I mentioned "For the Love of You" by the Isleys.
Right.
How many people get past well, 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 well,
Right.
well, 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 well? You spend most of that time waiting for that to come back.
Right.
So
Right.
anything that's said in between, you're just like, nah, I'm already in a trance. Because the moment he hits you with well,
Right.
yeah, that's all that exists.
That's all it is, right?
And the song is beautiful. I mean, again, this is one of my favorite chill vibe songs, but I had to have listened to it many times for it to even be something that I consider a chill vibe song.
Okay. So man, it puts me in a spot because you're talking about and for those that just jumped into the conversation and think we're just talking music, we're still talking about the date, but we're actually talking about the playlist. So we're going through like the playlist. I think a vibe song is definitely this song called Games by Chucky Booker. But I don't know if it's one of them things where it actually fits.
Right, because of the content of the song itself.
Right.
Um, so like, and this is where like Al B. Shore's Night and Day might come into play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because for one, again, if you're establishing the fact that you're already with this person and this is
Right.
a home date, then you've had at least two dates already. So
Right.
you could tell somebody that you're feeling them,
Right.
and this is again something that where it's a mid tempo groove. Um, it has the right message,
Right.
and it's not um the song isn't overpowering. It's not like it's gonna overtake the moment. You know what I mean? It's
Classic
great
mid
background
tempo.
music.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, when do you let your person know that you can or cannot dance?
Oh man. I think that should already be established to be honest. And that's weird because no setting in the first or second date allows you to do that. Right. So that might be one of those conversation type of things.
Right.
Um so it might be like I want to say maybe by that might be like a phone conversation type of thing. That's one of those in between moments.
Yeah. Women really judge men on if they can dance or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Men, if you can't dance, go get lessons. Trust me.
Quickly.
Trust me. Now, if you can dance and you can't dance because of a physical thing going on, like maybe you like broke your leg one time or you broke your hip one time or something, then that's one thing, right? Because you could still display the rhythm, right? But if you one of them dudes that you just can't catch a beat, you gotta you gotta do something. You gotta do something. Because women judge the motion in the ocean. You gotta do something, right? If you going against the motion in the ocean, if it's like a Tom and Jerry chasing, then you got problems.
I don't know why I don't know why I get the image of somebody feet in the air, million miles an hour, going absolutely nowhere when you said that. But yeah, that's
Right,
absolutely what you're trying to
right,
avoid. You're trying to avoid rhythmless nation.
right. Rhythmless nation, indeed, indeed, and also too. If you have no rhythm, you got the mm, yeah, you got to find some from somewhere. You got to go get some from somewhere, or dancing cannot be your forte. When the dance conversation comes up, you got to change the subject. So when do you whip out the slow jams?
Good question. Give me a minute, please.
Right,
So the moment I would start playing the slow jams, you have to be confident to know that this is about to go down, right?
right,
Um, So if she's at the crib between like again prime time hours out of the way, even hours is what you're trying to get to. What you want to do is entice her enough to want to stay for prime time hours.
Right. Right.
So by 9 o'clock, I'm playing soul jams.
Okay.
We've already eaten.
Right.
If it's one of those situations where we're watching a movie at the crib,
Right.
um, hopefully it's like about let's say about between 8 and 10, right? So the movie comes on at 8 and it's by 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
What you want to do is you keep the music playing, not what I'm saying, of course, low enough to where what I'm saying you can watch the movie and enjoy the movie, but enough to where it's still background.
Right.
It's still giving out those signals. So midway through the movie, you want to start bringing down the tempo just a little bit.
Right.
So now okay, if this is about to go down, all the moves that I make, the
Right.
inching in closer, the arm around her, what I'm saying,
Right.
around her shoulders, um, holding her close, her being comfortable enough to putting her hands on your chest.
Right.
Um, those moments in between when you're looking at each other, um, maybe you get a couple of kisses in between.
Right.
Um, you want that background to you want that background to kind of set the pace and set the tone of it all. So you've already had your groove music. So by nine
Right.
o'clock, which by that time the moon is out, it's the sky is dark.
Right.
Um, yeah, this is the time when she can make the decision of either A, letting you know that she has an overnight bag already,
Right.
or you convince her, quote unquote, that you should just kick it, spend the night.
Put on some Jodeci. You and I.
Yeah,
Some
you and
stay.
I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some. What about? Do you like this song? There's a very slept on Tony song called "Me and You," and I rarely hear people talk about it. You remember that
Yeah,
song?
I think that's one of those. See, and it's funny. I think that's one of those. I think that's one of those vibe songs. I think that's one of those slow jams that you might play in between um the time that your date arrives at your crib. Same thing like "Asking You" by Raphael Sadiq. I think that those are the type of songs that you play while she's arriving at the crib, or while she's over there, y'all are already chilling.
Or or while she in your bathroom checking out your house, and you just queuing up music. You like, mm,
She's looking for the extra bottle of female anything.
yeah, yeah,
What you
and
do
you
with a box of tampons? What?
like, no, I don't know who put them in there, girl. I know you trolling me, right? But when, bro, to me, there's nothing sexier than a woman walking away, like walking away from you, like going to the bathroom or something like that, or getting up off the couch to go get some more popcorn, and you like, mm, good. Oh my goodness, that's if they sultry, right? That's if they sultry, but if they clumsy, bro, nothing's a bigger turn off to me. Like, hey, you took the movie out? Yeah, I just wanted to play this. I just wanted to watch Terminator. Okay, you got up and stumped your toe, getting up, and you knocked my lamp over. Oh man, I'm taking out Love Jones and I'm putting in Predator. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I don't give a
Leave
damn
you
how
kill it.
you look. I don't care. bro. I don't care. You could be you could be Nia Long, bro. When you clumsy, oh my god, yo.
Oh man, I wanted to crack an email Udoka joke so bad, but I don't know if that's I don't know if it's time yet for that.
Yeah. Bro, I don't I don't care if you are Tracy Spencer. You remember Tracy Spencer from back in the day? Tender
Tender
Kisses.
kisses.
I don't care if you are Tracy Spencer, bro. Yo, oh my god.
And
Have you
she's
ever
changed back
dated
in the
have you ever
day.
dated a clumsy lady?
Yes. Yes. And absolutely never again.
They be the one where you go back to the car and you be like, yo, you closed my seatbelt up in the car. Oh, I didn't know. And y'all been inside the restaurant for 2 hours and your seatbelt been in the door for 2 hours. Oh,
Yeah, no. Oh, goodness
or the
gracious.
one that spilled the drink on the table. Now the hostess got to come over and rearrange and move you out to another table. Bro, did you talk about ruining a date, bro? No, no. And listen, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, right? I do stuff wrong all the time. But my thing, the clumsy one, you can't take anywhere. Like for instance, um, down here one year it snowed really bad down here one year in Columbia, and they opened up the park, and they had ropes out there where you could ice skate, right? Right? But you can't take her ice skating. You know why? Because you don't want to spend the next 9 hours in the emergency room.
I'm about to say that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't take her to the mountains to ski. Like you can't go to like the lodge and ski because you don't want to spend the next 9 hours in the emergency room and you can't get your deposit back from the room that you rented.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be the guy in the cast in the wheelchair. Talking about what happened. Oh, accident on my ski trip.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, bro. My son, my son said he took a lady. I think this is how the story going. Maybe I have my wires crossed, but he took this fine little bunny. Right, I was impressed. I was like, "Damn, she fine, son. What she seeing you?" You know what I'm saying? This is me joking when I'm like, he found this fine little bunny, and he's like, "Pops, guess what though?" And I was like, "Don't tell me she got bad credit." She's like, "No, man, she got good credit." Um, don't tell me her man is in prison. Like, no, no. And he's like, she is a little bit clumsy. And I was like, no, son, you got to run, run, son, run. You're like, nah, man, just a little bit. She knocked the beer on my lap. That's like the big. Wait a minute. So you had to go home and change clothes because she knocked the beer on your lap? Yes. And she put the carry out food in the bag. And when we got home, all the carry out food was in the bottom of the bag. Wait a minute. So y'all dessert and steak and green beans, all that was mixed up together at the bottom. Yes, at the bottom of the bag. Yeah, I just threw the whole bag in the trash. So DSJ, so they went skiing, right?
Yeah.
They rented the you know how you got to rent for like 2, 3, or 4 days, right? So they
Right.
went skiing. He had the thing for 3 days. Don't you know? On the first night there, she fell into a snowdrift and separated her shoulder.
Oh man.
9 hours in the emergency room. Now they have to drive all the way back to Tennessee to her pharmacy to get the prescribed medication.
All I can think of that is how Sway.
Clumsy clapmine. They just bro, I yeah, and some of these women, y'all be gorgeous, man. Some of y'all are like y'all take cutie pie to the next level. It's just clumsy, right? I mean, just clumsy, right? Just
It's always the opposite.
oh,
Cute but clumsy.
oh my god, man. Like be the one where you just bought this carpet from or an area rug. You just bought an area rug. Say your area rug is 12 by 12, something like that. That's big, right? 12 by 12.
Yeah.
And you just got it's all white and you just bought because it looked like a rap video. It looked like Faith Evans should be singing in the background. And you get it that Tuesday to impress her, and she knocked the red wine over on it and don't even know she spilled it. And you come out of the kitchen and you see the stain on it. You're like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, oh, I didn't know.
You
You know.
blocked that.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness. Them be the ones that they have to wear sneakers under their wedding gown. Because if they wear shoes like heels under their wedding gown with all that fat they keep stepping up, you know they're gonna fall.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, bro.
That sounds like the type that it sounds like the unluckiest woman in the world where she'll fall and what she'll do is try to hold on to you and end up ripping your tuck sleeve.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much. That yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man. So date night, man. You put the date in, you cook, you clean up your spot, your house be clean, you cook or order out dinner, you light your candles, have your house smelling fresh, the ambiance be right, the playlist is perfect. You get dressed, you know what I'm saying? Not overdressed, but just enough. You gotta meet this, you gotta meet the standard, right? Not overdressed, but you gotta meet the standard, right? Playlist
So
is
let
right.
me ask you this, because I'm very curious, right? To to
Right.
to your in terms of your opinion, what is what is the perfect dress for staying at home on a on a date night?
Um, I would do a dress shirt, not necessarily a button up. But have you seen Boomerang, right? You remember what Marcus had on?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect. That's perfect. So it's like a thin sweater, like a very thin sweater like shirt, right? And slacks, not khakis and not dress pants, but slacks, right? Something
Right.
something that you can move around in and do activity in, but it's not formal.
Like some chinos.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Something like that. But not khakis. You don't want to look like you sell cars. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You don't want to
Yeah.
look like you don't want to look like a football coach.
Okay. So I'm very particular, right? So I think I've always done this, right? In terms of my home dates, it would always be a V-neck, long sleeve V-neck,
Right.
but I roll
Right.
up the sleeves. Um, again, yeah, some chinos, and now because of because of the styling of it, Italian sneakers, right? So
what type of shoe you said?
what kind of shoes?
Yeah, what kind of shoe you said?
Italian sneakers. So there's low cut
Okay,
Italian sneakers.
right.
Um, and the best example I could, well, the best brand that I could tell you about, to establish what I mean is Koyo, Koio.
What about Madden's? Is that too played out?
That's basically, yeah, that's basically what it is.
Right, right.
You know, so
So my favorites are um Louis Vuitton boat shoes. I'll do those, right? Because they're um multifunction. They look great. They will impress. When people see you have the Louis leather all over your foot, very impressive, right? But you don't
yeah,
wear those, like I don't wear those out to concerts. I stay kind of definitely wear those just for this thing that you just mentioned, like maybe house parties or dates in the house, or if me and Mo are going to a friend's house, right? But if it's something like an outdoor thing, like a backyard, a patio, like we're going to a barbecue, I rock some Timberland boat shoes, like the canvas Timberlands boat
yeah,
shoes.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Or the Louis Vuitton racing shoes, something like that. Um, Nothing too expensive. Like the Timberland boat shoes, the canvas shoes, they're probably about $100, right? The Louis Vuitton shoes will probably be about $400 or $500 depending on your size. And with those, I don't wear those often at all. I wear those, wipe them off, and put them back in the box, right? But
Absolutely.
what I won't do though, sneakers, Jordans. I'm not doing those.
Yeah, nah.
Now, because ultimately, what we're talking about is sophistication, and I don't want to dress down a dress up situation.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. And so my man
Okay.
Bully, I think Bully is probably watching behind the scenes. So Bully would say probably Wallabies or something like that. So I feel you. I feel you. I wouldn't do the Wallabies because I'm in South Carolina, but yeah, yeah,
So
man.
okay, so just sent you a shot of what the Italian sneakers look like, the
Yo, those are
capris,
nice, bro.
basically. Yeah,
Yeah, those are nice. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
and
Those are
so
beautiful.
yeah, and so consider, like I said, like what you see right there with like maybe a like let's say a cranberry colored pants, right?
Right.
A white V neck. Those shoes kind of sets the whole thing off where you're playing off different colors outside of the normal black and white, um,
Right.
giving it different flavors.
Right. Right.
Because I think that's another
Man,
thing too that we get caught up in. We get caught up in a lot of trying to stick to the norm in color
right.
schemes, and I feel like sometimes you can be a little playful, be a little wistful with it,
Right.
especially when you're chilling at the crib. Because again, nobody's really gonna see you, but that's the vibe.
Right. Right. I'm gonna show you the ones that I'm talking about. The Louis Vuitton. Wow, these are $1,100. So I would never spend $1,100 for a pair of shoes ever. At least I don't think so. These are actually $1,200. I would never spend, but this is the style that I'm talking about. When people see it, they get impressed from go. They can't help it. They can't help themselves. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. All right. So let me do this. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. If the system cooperates, there they are. This is what I'm talking about here. To me, this is the epitome of fly right there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But those right there, those are not daily wear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So something like that. You know, those are for the those are the ones like, you know, um, you really want to impress somebody. You stepping out with a certain thing. Man, Louis
Yeah.
Vuitton is expensive, bro.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there.
Yeah, Louis is expensive. $1,300. Louis done lost a mind, bro.
But that's hey, listen, that's the price of high upscale fashion.
Yeah, yeah, and it's just a moccasin too, by the way.
Right.
It's all it is. It's just a moccasin, Louis. Calm down.
You know the sad thing is too, I feel like you can find better looking stuff on a budget,
Right.
right? For instance, I have a pair from Alfani.
Okay.
Um, they're black and suede boat shoes with the silver buckle in the middle.
Right. Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? And again, it's comfort. It's just style. Um, so it's again it's casual wear. It's just a I'm chilling. But I'm not putting like I'm not putting on J's. I'm putting these on,
Right. Right.
and it'll still garner enough attention when people just look at it and hey, man, you must have. And where do you work at? You know what I'm saying? Like that's normally what I get. That's the question that I where do you
That
work at?
that's the vibe, right? Like, man, how do you have money like this? And so for people that are watching and don't know me, don't know Uncle Freezy or who he is, my backstory, even though I say these things, this is all like from a lifetime of good and bad experiences mixed together. And where I am at in life is I've come from a place where I never had any of these things. So the older I get and the more I pay things off, the closer I get to getting some of the stuff that I want. So it's not like I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth and I'm just sitting up here just looking down on. Nah, that's not the vibe. That's not it. It's just when your kids grow up and move out and you pay off some bills and you have some fortunate things happen to you every now and then. When you have a little more fortune than bad luck happen to you, then you can, afford to get some stuff. That's all I'm saying. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, but DSJ, I gotta get out of here, man, because I gotta do a thing like 9 o'clock in the morning. Gotta be there. Food
No
drive,
doubt.
food drive. And so everybody, I hope you enjoyed this thing. We were just chopping it up, talking about the do's and don'ts for dates. DSJ, I think I'm gonna do another one of these tomorrow. I don't know on what. Um I'm thinking maybe relationships. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Like the
Okay.
do's and don'ts in a relationship. So if you're not busy, man, come back through, man. Jump on the thing with me.
Yeah, listen, I'm off tomorrow, so again,
So we could
I
talk
work
about breakup music and makeup music and what to do in these cases and all that stuff, man.
absolutely.
Yeah, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning in and rocking with us. We're gonna get out of here. Salute to my guy Bully if he's somewhere watching. I know he loved to jump in on these, but he might just be busy doing other stuff. Probably somewhere making pasta
Absolutely.
salad or something.
Shout out to
Y-
all the vibesters.
Yeah, all the vibesters. Before we get out of here, everybody, I want to play a joint. I talked to DSJ about it earlier. It's a joint that I really like. It's a joint called Hood Goddess. Y'all check this out.
Yeah. Yeah. Shorty, let me holler at you. Girl, it's the way you walk, command attention. It's all about your vibe, your true intention. I call you Hood Goddess. You're misunderstood, 'cause you're from the hood. From first eye contact, I knew I had to have that. Had a feeling you were something special. Didn't know if I could match that. You draw a crowd just to say hi. You make it happen, you stay fly. You big and everyone know. If I was a stock, you would raise mine. Even with a t-shirt and sweats on. Girl, you work it for me. Don't matter what they say about you. Baby, you're perfect. Girl, to me. It's the way you walk, command attention. It's all about your vibe, your true intention. I call you Hood Goddess. You're misunderstood, 'cause you're from the hood. That Dominican girl, East African queen, call you my cinnamon girl. Sweet like grandma cobbler. You were a #1 prospect. Even if you're raised in the projects, and you got the whole game on lock. Cops and robbers, they'll build an altar, you're so bomb. You shoot them down so calm. You don't be playing no games, but sexy in jerseys you throw on. I'm your soldier, I will march in line. You know it's your world. Let me hit you with that more in line. You go, girl, it's the way you walk, command attention. It's all about your vibe, your true intention. I call you Hood Goddess. You're misunderstood, 'cause you're from the hood.
They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Well, I would love to be the one that holds you, console you in times of grief, and listen when you're trying to speak. Your smile, it brightens up the darkest moods, and looking in your eyes is like gazing at the stars and moon. Just thinking about you, damn, I can hardly move. The depths of my feelings are hard to convey, like trying to catch fish at the edge of a bay, like I'm caught in an infinite wave. 'Cause even when you do the simplest things, I